afternoon, Robert Scribbler here with the OBX Wave Report, filming to the south and east off of Jeanette's Pier on a stormy Tuesday, May 23rd, with large waves. I'm going to say in the range of 4 to 7 feet, because we've got waves breaking here past the end of the pier. And when you have waves breaking past the end of the pier, that's an indicator that the waves are 7 feet or taller. So we might actually have some 8-footers out there, but I'm going to say 4 to 7 feet for now. Conditions have changed considerably from yesterday, with strong winds coming out of the east-northeast at 20 to 30 miles an hour, with, according to some monitors, gusts to gale force or near gale force in the range of about 40 miles an hour. And we have similar conditions all up and down the east-facing beaches of the Outer Banks. What's going on? Well, what's happening is offshore we have a stalled frontal boundary and a couple of low-pressure systems along that boundary, which are generating one set of winds. And then to our north we have a high-pressure system, which is bringing another set of winds in. So we've got a clockwise circulation around the high and the counterclockwise circulation around the low pressure systems in the front offshore. And those combine to generate some strong east-northeasterly winds right now in the range of about 20 to 30 miles an hour with those near gale force gusts. What's going to happen over the next few days? Well, the present storm system is going to gradually move offshore, but then by Friday time frame, we expect a coastal low to develop off of Georgia and South Carolina and intensify. And this is expected to form into a coastal storm, which will impact the Outer Banks on Friday and Saturday. So we're expected to have continuously stormy conditions now through Saturday, with rough surf, large waves, building surf through Friday at least, possibly into Saturday. And it's not until Sunday where we are likely to see improving conditions weather-wise, although Saturday is likely, I would say, to be a good wave day on the back of all of these storm systems. Now, where are the waves likely to be the best right now? And I would say right now the waves are likely to be best down at Frisco, where you have an offshore wind and a wraparound swell. Although, if you are brave and you are a very skilled surfer, you might find your way out through these building waves in the range of 4 to 7 feet up and down the east-facing beaches of the Outer Banks into the offshore waves, and catch yourself some gnarly, choppy storm waves, big, heavy, foamy waves. And if you do that, more power to you. Right now, this is a little bit, I would say, beyond my surf ability, although if I had a partner to paddle out with today, I probably would give it a shot on the north side of the pier through the riptide, although I have to angle my board with those northeast winds. But nonetheless, big surf today. Definitely, unless you're extraordinarily advanced, don't go out alone. Rough conditions and building surf conditions throughout the day. Okay, so let's get down to our observations for the east-facing beaches. Right now here at Jeanette's Pier, updating this to say that we have 4 to 7 foot waves. Choppy conditions with those east-northeast winds coming in off the North Atlantic. Big stormy waves breaking far offshore. The pier out here is 1,000 feet long, and we've got waves breaking past the end of the pier. Primary swell coming in at 7 seconds out of the east-northeast. That is about a 7.5 foot swell, probably getting up to 8 feet. Northeast winds 20 to 30 miles per hour, as what sounds like an F-18 Super Hornet just flew overhead. So east-northeast winds 20 to 30 miles per hour, with possible gusts up to gale force. Air temperatures in the range of about 70 degrees, ocean water temperatures at about 65. Partly sunny today, highs in the upper 60s to around 70. Wind 20 to 30 miles per hour out of the northeast and east-northeast. and gusts up to 40. Heading down south to Rodanthe, we've got waves also in the range of 4 to 7 feet. Primary swell coming in out of the east-northeast at 7 seconds. Has about a 7.5 foot swell. Choppy conditions down there. Winds out of the north-northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40. Air temperatures around 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperatures holding in steady at 67. Partly sunny conditions. Highs in the lower 70s. Winds 20 to 30 miles per hour out of the northeast. Gusts up to 40. And then heading on down south to Buxton, we've got 4 to 7 foot waves. Choppy conditions. Primary swell coming in out of the east-northeast at 7 seconds at about 7.5 foot swell. Winds out of the north-northeast, northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40. Air temperatures in the range of about 70 degrees. Ocean water temperatures also about 70. Mostly cloudy conditions with the front closer there to Buxton. Windy, highs in the lower 70s. Northeast winds 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 40. And last of all, Frisco, seeing 3 foot waves with choppy conditions with that wraparound swell. Now for tomorrow, we're likely to have building surf across the Outer Banks with those northeast winds. Things might die down a little bit. We might get a little lull. I don't know, we might be able to thread the needle and get out there for a surf session here on the east-facing beaches. But most likely the best guess for decent conditions will be for tomorrow afternoon down in Frisco with fair conditions likely, and those strong northeast winds possibly hollowing out the waves down there in Frisco. I might go on safari down there to Frisco tomorrow and see if I can catch some waves for you guys and get some video of those waves from the water. All right, so thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report. And as I always do, I'd like to ask you guys to please join me in supporting the clean energy transition for coastal defense. Clean energy being wind, water, solar, and electric vehicles. The transition to clean energy will protect our coastlines by replacing harmful fossil fuel burning, which is responsible for sea level rise through the melting of glaciers due to the emission of heat trapping gases by burning fossil fuels. The more intense storms that threaten our coastlines with so much damage. And last of all, ocean acidification due to increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere from fossil fuel burning. That carbon dioxide then transfers into the oceans. It causes the ocean to acidify and threatens sea life. So thank you for joining me once again for the OBX Wave Report, and I will be back with you guys shortly. If you do get out there today, please be careful and pay attention to conditions and please stay safe.